Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning to the respected speaker, the honorable judge, the member of the opposite team and members on the floor. Before we put forward our case today, I would like to define today's motion. This House believes that BTS may become important role idol for teenager mental maturity in the world. I would like to specify what I'm talking about. First, BTS. BTS is a boy group from South Korea and debuted with 7 members on 13 July on 2013. And the second important role is to play a significant role. And the third, mental maturity is an ability to deal effectively and resiliently with experience and to perform satisfactorily in a developmental task. Given the definition, we would like to offer the terms of the motion presented. First, teenagers should take the positive side from BTS. Second, teenager mental maturity sought influenced by BTS action. Today, I, as the Prime Minister, will be the first speaker of the government and will present the argument. Today, we the government, strongly believe that with this motion, this House believes that BTS may become important roles idol for teenager mental maturity in the world. And our reason is BTS has many positive works that can influence teenagers to think better. They will be moved to contribute their best work in the world like BTS, and that makes them indirectly grow to be mentally mature. BTS also received many awards, which will give many positive response to teenagers, and it proves that BTS is likely to have a big influence on the mental maturity of a teenager. Therefore, as a conclusion, we, the government, strongly believe that BTS may become important roles idol for teenager mental maturity in the world, and BTS can influence them with their words, and with the positive side from BTS. Thank you. Now I pass to the next speaker. Good morning, the Honorable Judge, the member of government team and the audience. Today, as the leader of opposition team, the speaker disagree with this motion. This House believes that BTS may become important roles idol for teenager mental maturity. As the Prime Minister explained before about the define of BTS, the speaker mentioned that the Prime Minister forgot to explain the purpose of BTS existence, and the purpose is to entertain people with their words. It means their music and performance, and the speaker didn't see the relation between entertainment and mental maturity. If we see in reality, especially in social media, there is a lot of BTS fans or ARMY that's still underage or maybe children, and there is a lot of examples that they are not mature yet. Because of BTS popularity, a lot of people knows BTS and they are even become BTS fans. But see again, in reality, it is not as easy as the Prime Minister stated. I mentioned that the point that Prime Minister said, BTS can be important roles if the teenager takes the positive side or effect from BTS. But what if they didn't take the positive effect? They will take the positive effect if they are aware of a BTS influence such as BTS works, award, performance, and song. And as the Prime Minister defined about teenager, people around age 13 until 19, they are not mature yet. They still have a mental like a children and they will not aware about BTS influence. So they can take the positive side or effect from BTS influence. And the worst thing happened. They become a toxic fans. They can be more sensitive when the other people talking about BTS or mention about BTS. That was because their mental is still in the child stage. They're not mature yet, and how we can make them mental mature if they only catch the bad influence because they are over proud of BTS works and awards. They are aware of BTS works and awards, but they didn't take it as a motivation. They take it as something to show off and let anyone know about their accomplishment, and it kinda shows an arrogance. That was something that happened if their fans didn't mature yet. So, the reason why the speaker disagreed with this motion. First, there is no relation between entertainment and mental maturity. And the second, teenagers are still have a child mental, so they can being mature just because of BTS influence. If they take the bad side or effect, their mental can be more worse. Thank you.
The opposite team talked about there is no relation or connection between entertainment and mental maturity. But I think we have to do an observation or research about this entertainment. K-pop industry or K-pop entertainment is different than the other entertainment. In the K-pop, there is a lot of a program like reality show or variety show that they can communicate with their fans directly. They will share a lot of their experience and they can communicate with their fans. And sometimes they will give a motivation for their fans. And from BTS experience, BTS life, BTS stories, and we have to learn and influence and increase our mental maturity. And the other argument from this motion, this House believe that BTS for this positive side. And it's definitely false. As a BTS fans, we have to work together. We have to remain with other fans and we have to help other fans to get their mental maturity. We can realize how important BTS roles for teenagers right now. These days, BTS influence is unbelievable. It's a worldwide influence that's spread for teenagers who take the positive side or effect from BTS, so they can grow mature. The speaker believes with BTS influence, we can make teenager mental maturity with BTS influence. Especially, let's try success right now. That was something that we have to take a note, and we have to learn by their hard work. And as a government, we believe that BTS have an influence for teenager mental maturity, and strongly agree with this motion. This House believes that BTS may become important roles idol for teenager mental maturity. Thanks.
In this debate, we discuss the influence of BTS teenager mental maturity. We still think that BTS is not yet the right choice. People choose them of their popularity, but is it really effective? Members of government previously explained that there is a connection between K-pop entertainment and mental maturity, and the example also given. But what is being debated is how someone who doesn't have a mental maturity can understand this. Maybe for them it's just fun and entertaining, and there is also an argument about other fellow fans supporting each other. In our opinion, it is less supportive to happen in a real life. In an era like this, most living people will be more concerned with themselves than the other people, let alone helping people to grow up. Being an adult can be done by the other people's wishes, and you need to desire and encouragement within yourself. Helping others is a great, but if the people we want to help don't need our help, instead think that we are lecturing them, that's really embarrassing. Then, the solution to the problem that has been explained by the members of the government regarding talking the positive effect of BTS influence. We don't feel that this solution is not a solution that we can apply in our lives today. This is irrelevant. How can BTS become a role idol that can have impact on teenager mental maturity? Maturity is achievement by encouragement from oneself, not the others. And the environment does influence, but does not fully make us process to the mental maturity. The topic we discuss is the teenager. Not all teenagers like BTS. Some even hate it. They will close their eyes to the positive things that BTS achieve, and teenager in the context that in this motion are teenager in general. And not all teenagers are BTS fans, and we can't force them to become BTS fans. We thought that it was irrelevant and rejected the motion. So we, as a opposite team, still believe to our argument that BTS cannot be a role idol with give influence to teenager mental maturity. Thank you.